are going to see uh, how do we create an EC2 instance. So once you're logged in into your AWS account, you just have to go to EC2, click on EC2, um, and then you have to go click on instances. Right now, as you can see, there are no running instances. So you're going to launch an instance. Uh, we can call it my rack server. It can be anything, okay? You can give it any name. Uh, I'm going to pick the Linux kernel and 64-bit architecture. Okay. Uh, we'll be using T3 micro, uh, which has 1 vCPU and 1 GB memory. It is one of the cheapest EC2 instances that you can create. Uh, T2 Nano is the cheapest, okay, and this is like the second cheapest. So we are going to pick that up, and to log into it, we'll have to create a key value pair. It's like a password. We are going to click on create new pair. We are going to create a PAM file because we are going to do OpenSSH. So I'm just going to give it some name, rag server. So it is important to sort of create this. So I have to be able to log in. And as you can see, like it has downloaded that file now. We can increase the storage here. Like if you want, you can make it say 16 GB or even more. Uh, and Yeah, we are going to allow SSH traffic from anywhere because that's how we are going to connect to it. We if we want to expose it, so I have to set up an endpoint for an application like say rack server. We are going to then click on allow HTTPS traffic from the internet as well. Okay, so we are clicking on this as well. We're not going to allow HTTP traffic because that is not very secure way of connecting. Okay, so that's it. Now we are going to T2 micro and then 16 GB storage. We created the security group as well. So we are going to just now click on launch instance. As simple as that. Okay, given that now we have launched the instance, we can just click on this. So the instance is active, it is showing up and running. Next, what we would do, we are going to connect to it. So we are going to use SSH client. Uh, Now, important thing is we created a PEM file. Okay, the name of it was ragserver.pem. So what we have to do if you are using a Linux system, just go here uh, and go to. So this is in the downloads folder, as you can see. You're going to open terminal. I'm going to do ls and then pwd print working directory. So now I'm going to do cd downloads. Okay, now I know the file .pm is here, so just copying that command. Okay, so say allow. Uh, Now to connect to that, we're just going to click on this, run this command. Okay, we are going to just say yes. It will just permanently add. So this is IP address. So we are connected to the EC2 instance. Okay. We can do lift and then print working directory. So there is nothing inside right now. Okay. Now the next thing that we will do is uh, we are going to clone the repo or reg agent. So now this tab would require us few steps how to clone it. So that's documented here. Uh, so we did. So I'm assuming you have already created the account, okay? And I covered the third step, which is launching an EC2 instance. Okay. So everything related to instance creation we did. Then we did the SSH access to the EC2. Uh, in case you are using Windows, then you'll have to follow these commands. In my case, in the case that I demonstrated, the name of the PEM file was rag_server. Uh, then we did this. Okay. Now comes the fifth step where we'll have to, if we have to pull the code from the GitHub repo into the EC2 instance, then you have to follow the steps 5 and 6. Okay. So first thing, so we'll do the step 6 first. Okay, so we'll just do this and this command to see if the Git is installed. It says sudo apt command not found. Let's just try to see if the Git version is there. So Git is not installed. So you'll have to install Git as well. Okay. So dep- uh, so I'll just summarize what we covered so far. So assuming that you already have the AWS account, we in this short tutorial we looked at how do we create an EC2 instance. Uh, then we created the key value pair. We created we allowed SSH over this port, and in addition to that, we allowed traffic over HTTPS as well. Uh, then we used this PEM file to connect to the EC2 instance by using this terminal command. Okay, so this is how you create an EC2 instance and then connect to it. Uh, in order to bring the code from GitRap into this, you have to follow steps 5 and 6. Okay. We'll have another short tutorial around that. So stay tuned for that. Uh, and if you have any other questions about the process to create an EC2 instance or sort of uh, connect to it, uh, do let us know in the comments. Uh, that's all for now. Thank you from Team AI Gurukul. Uh,